हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। दिस इज सीए राखी अग्रवाल। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है टैक्स ऑडिट सीरीज फॉर्म 3CD पार्ट बी क्लॉज 14। टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस द टैक्स ऑडिट सीरीज ऑफ फॉर्म 3CD पार्ट बी क्लॉज 14. Clause 13 is not able to discuss. Today I will discuss this clause 13 after discussing clause 18. So let's start our topic. Clause 14. What does it says? Clause 14A says about the method of valuation of closing stock employed in the previous year. So what method the entity follow by valuing its stock, closing stock in the previous year? So closing stock should be valued at cost or NRV, whichever is lower, it should be valued. The costs are ascertained on the basis of specific identification method. That method is FIFO method or weighted average method. So which method is used to ascertain the cost? That is FIFO method or weighted average method as per AS or Ind AS. Closing stock should be valued at cost or NRV, whichever is lower. So in case of conversion of capital assets into stock, if any capital asset is converted into stock, suppose capital asset, you have a capital asset like land and you are converting that land into stock, is to be valued at fair market value. The same should be stated. So if there is a conversion from capital asset to stock in trade, so it should be valued at a fair market value, and same should be stated in clause 14 of the tax audit report form 3CD. Accordingly, the audit report in form 3CB should be qualified for not complying with AS2 or NDS2. If there is a non-compliances with any of the conditions in with AS2 or NDS2, if they are not following, so it should be reported in the form 3CB or form 3CA. If any capital asset is converted into stock and it should be valued at a fair market value, the same should be stated, because the stock should be valued at cost or NRV, but in this case the stock is valued at fair value. So you have to report in audit report in form 3CB 3CA and qualifying for not complying with the AS2 or Ind AS 2. Inventories. Inventory, what does inventory include? Inventory includes finished goods being held for stock, sale in the ordinary course of business, stock in trade being goods held for resale, raw materials, WIP, maintenance, supplies, consumables, loose tools not including machine spares forming part of property, plant and equipment. So these are the components of inventories, like finished goods which are held for sale in the ordinary course of business, stock in trade being held for resale, raw material, WIP, maintenance, supplies, consumables, loose tools which are not forming the part of PPE. But for inventory, if the loose tools are for stock in trade, only that loose tools is to be valued as per AS2 or Ind AS 2. Now, method of valuation should be given for each class of inventory. You have to give the valuation method. Which valuation method you are following? Cost of inventory includes what it includes, how you will value, method of valuation. Cost of inventory includes the cost of purchase, the purchase price, including duties, taxes, except those recoverable from taxing authority as per AS2 or Ind AS 2. Freight inwards, etc., trade discount, rebates, etc. are deducted from cost. Cost of conversion includes directly attributable costs such as labor cost. Other costs incurred in bringing the inventory to the present location. So the costs which are incurred to bring the inventory to the location, to the present location, or cost of conversion means the labor cost, material cost, or whatever the cost which is directly attributable for the conversion of raw material into finished. It should be ensured that the method of valuation of stock is appropriate and complies with the principle of AS2 or Ind AS 2, and the same method is used consistently. Whatever they applied, consistent method followed for all the years. If the method is inappropriate, then suitable qualification in the tax audit report is required in Form 3CB or Form 3CA. If the method of valuation or if the entity does not follow the consistent method for valuation of the stock, then it should be reported in the tax audit report, or auditor should give a remark as qualification in Form 3CA or Form 3CB. Where SSE has other than raw material and finished goods too as closing stock, like if any SSE is also having any other stock other than raw material and finished goods, a disclosure may be mentioned in para 5 of Form 3CB or para 3 of Form 3CA as under. Though the Form 3CD required disclosure of the method of closing stock for all the types of stock, yet the online schema contained disclosure only for the raw material and finished goods. For complete method of valuation of closing stock, refer to the disclosure given in ICDS 2 at clause 13F Form 3CD. So 14B, what does it say? If in case of deviation from the method of valuation prescribed under section 145A and effect thereof on the profit or loss, please furnish. So if there is any deviation, then it should be furnished. The effect and their effect on the profit and loss account, what was the impact of that? Whether the profit increase or decrease, the same should be stated in the tax audit report. These laws require reporting of details of deviation, if any, from the method of valuation prescribed under section 145A and its impact on the profit and loss account. It is pertinent to note that section 145A has been amended from assessment year 1718 to give effects to ICDS. So if any section 145A has been amended with effects from assessment year 1718, and if there is any impact on profit and loss account, the same should be given effect to ICDS also. The amended section 145A with effects from assessment year 1718 covers not only goods but services and securities too. Section 145A allows change in method of valuation in following condition. What the changes adopted in the method of valuation if the following condition met: adaptation of different policies required by the statute, or change would result in better presentation of financial statement of enterprises. Means section 145 allows the change in the method of valuation only if the in the following condition, like if there is a change due to as required by any law, any statute. If any statute says that change is required in the method, then they should adopt the change in the method of valuation. If the change is required in order to present the financial statement of an enterprise in a true and better way, so the change is to be done. As the enterprises follow exclusive method of accounting as per AS2 or Ind AS 2, which is different from section 145A, which requires inclusive system to be followed. Hence, the following adjustments are required. So, if any tax, duty or fees paid on purchase or inventory should be added to the cost of purchase or cost of inventory respectively. Any tax, duty or fees paid on sale of goods or services to be added to sales. It is pertinent to note that as per ICAI Tax Audit Guidance Note, para 28, the impact of the following exclusive method or inclusive method would not impact profit of the entity. What was the effect of that? Opening stock में आपका GST include है, तो वो क्या करेगा, आपको GST profit को decrease कर देगा. Increase in purchase on inclusion of GST. If the purchase is included with GST, then also it will decrease the profit. Increase in sales on inclusion of GST. अगर sales के साथ GST included है, तो profit increase हो जाएगा. इम्पैक्ट क्या पड़ेगा प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में? इंक्रीज इन द क्लोजिंग स्टॉक ऑन इंक्लूजन ऑफ जीएसटी। अगर क्लोजिंग स्टॉक के साथ जीएसटी इंक्लूडेड है तो प्रॉफिट को इंक्रीज करेगा वो। जीएसटी पेड ऑन सेल्स, अगर आप जीएसटी के साथ सेल्स के साथ जीएसटी भी पे कर रहे हो, यू आर पेइंग, सो इट विल डिक्रीज द प्रॉफिट्स। जीएसटी क्रेडिट अवेल्ड ऑन कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सेल, अगर आप जीएसटी का क्रेडिट अवेल कर रहे हो तो व्हाट हैपन, अगर आप जीएसटी क्रेडिट अवेल कर रहे हो तो आपका जो कॉस्ट है इफ यू आर कम हो जाएगा तो प्रॉफिट इंक्रीज हो जाएगा। इफ यू आर अवेलिंग द बेनिफिट ऑफ द क्रेडिट then cost will definitely reduce, and if the cost reduces then the profit will increase. So depending on the case, a note may be given by the SC that inventories are not inclusive of taxes and duties. However, there is nil impact on taxable profits, and also stated in para 26 of the guidance note on tax audit under section 44AB of the Income Tax Act issued by ICI. Method of valuation of closing stock employed in the previous year. आपने कौन सा मेथड इम्प्लॉय किया है while valuing your closing stock? So यहाँ से आप सिलेक्ट करोगे whether cost at cost or whether at market rate, or in case of company cost of NRV, whichever is lower. If in case in 14B, in case of deviation from the method of valuation prescribed under section 145A, effect thereof on the profit and loss, please furnish. तो आपको यहाँ पे फर्निश करना पड़ेगा। अगर कोई इफेक्ट है तो यस कीजिएगा, यस करके यहाँ पे ऐड डिटेल्स डालिएगा। किस मेथड में, मतलब कौन सा मेथड में पर्टिकुलर्स में आप इफेक्ट डालिएगा, उस इफेक्ट के कारण यहाँ पे प्रॉफिट में इंक्रीज हुआ है कि डिक्रीज हुआ है वो भी आपको अमाउंट डालना। इन द प्रेसिडिंग प्रीवियस ईयर में आपने कॉस्ट और एनआरवी आपने यूज किया, फिर इन करेंट ईयर में आपने एट कॉस्ट किया, तो उसके कारण जो डेविएशन है उसके कारण generally company follows the cost or NRV whichever is lower, they won't deviate. But in some cases if they deviate, then what was the impact of that on profit and loss account? You have to add the details over here. What was the impact of that on the profit? Whether the profit increase or whether the profit decrease. If there is a deviation from the method of valuation अंडर सेक्शन 145A, द इफेक्ट, उसका इफेक्ट क्या होगा प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में, आपको यहाँ पे डिटेल्स डालनी पड़ेगी अगर कुछ चेंज है तो। अदरवाइज यू विल सिलेक्ट नो, तो नो डालने से आपको कुछ एंटर नहीं करना पड़ेगा। यू डोंट नीड टू एंटर बिकॉज यू आर फॉलोइंग द कंसिस्टेंट मेथड, you are not deviating any method, then you have to say no and save. So this is the clause 14. We had discussed theory also, practically also I had shown you. So serial number 1 2 3 4 5 6 particulars increase in profits. What was the effect of that? If the increase in opening stock on inclusion of GST, if GST is included in the opening stock, then it should be decreased from profits. ओपनिंग स्टॉक में आपका जीएसटी इंक्लूड है तो वो क्या करेगा, आपको जीएस प्रॉफिट को डिक्रीज कर देगा। इंक्रीज इन परचेज ऑन इंक्लूजन ऑफ जीएसटी, इफ द परचेज इज इंक्लूडेड विद जीएसटी देन ऑल्सो इट विल डिक्रीज द प्रॉफिट। इंक्रीज इन सेल्स ऑन इंक्लूजन ऑफ जीएसटी, अगर सेल्स के साथ जीएसटी इंक्लूडेड है तो प्रॉफिट इंक्रीज हो जाएगा। इम्पैक्ट क्या पड़ेगा प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में? इंक्रीज इन द क्लोजिंग स्टॉक ऑन इंक्लूजन ऑफ जीएसटी, अगर क्लोजिंग स्टॉक के साथ जीएसटी इंक्लूडेड है तो प्रॉफिट को इंक्रीज करेगा वो। जीएसटी पेड ऑन सेल्स, अगर आप जीएसटी के साथ सेल्स के साथ जीएसटी भी पे कर रहे हो, you are paying, so it will decrease the profits. GST credit availed on cost of goods sale, अगर आप GST का क्रेडिट अवेल कर रहे हो तो व्हाट हैपन, अगर आप GST क्रेडिट अवेल कर रहे हो तो आपका जो कॉस्ट है if you are कम हो जाएगा तो profit increase हो जाएगा. If you are availing the benefit of the credit, then cost will definitely reduce, and if the cost reduces, then the profit will increase. So depending on the case, a note may be given by the SC that inventories are not inclusive of taxes and duties. However, there is nil impact on taxable profits, and also stated in para 26 of the guidance note on tax audit under section 44AB of the Income Tax Act issued by ICAI. Thanking you for watching my video. If you like, please share, subscribe.